Thought I'd do a little review on my Makarov. The one I have is made in East Germany, and I guess it's considered one of the better ones. They make them in several different countries. This one here is made in 1962. They go by the numbers on the thing, the year, on the year. If you want to look any information up, go to Makarov.com. Anyway, I bought this one I bought this one and three other ones, or two other ones, excuse me, three altogether, at a gun show for $150 a piece, which was a good price, because they run, the East German ones right now run about, well, I've seen them for $400, $425, anywhere from usually about $350 up. It's a real fine made gun. I took my CCW class with this one, and this thing is, if you had never shot one, you wouldn't believe how accurate this thing is. I mean, it's really accurate. It's a 9x18. It's got a blowback action. It's got a safety on it. It's also got, it's got a decocker. I ain't got this in frame. Let me get this in frame here a little bit. Let me zoom out a little bit here. That's better. Okay. Now, it's got a, like I said, it's got a decocker on it with a safety decocker, which that's kind of nice. It is a single action, double action. This has been cleared. Good again. Decocker. The mag release is like right on the bottom here, which is, I don't realize you can put a damn key ring in there. Some people do to get that out. But it's 8-round magazine. It's got blowback action. I'll tear it down in a minute so you can see what it looks like. This thing is basically a scaled up Walther PPK. Okay, Walther PPK is the exact same design as this. This is beefier though than a PPK is, but it tears down the same barrel, same kind of barrel, blowback action. Everything's the same as a PPK, but like I said, it's a little bigger, a little heavier. It takes 9x18, which I got a couple cartridges here. See them right there. Okay, the one, this one here, that is Black Talon too, in case anybody wants to know. That's a 9mm, which is 9x19. There's a Makarov round, that's a Powerball I got in it. It's 9x18. Right next to it is a Hornady Critical Defense. That's a 380. That is a 9x17. So you got 17, 18, 19. Of course, they call it 380. But it's not as powerful. It's more powerful than the 380 and not as powerful as the 9mm, so it's kind of like in between it. That's my cowboy guns in the background. Anyway, this is the East German one is considered to be the best one. It's real made, real well made. Shoots. I can't tell you how good. I was shooting at 21 feet, pretty high rate of fire, and I can keep it in a 2-inch group. I mean, it is accurate. Just as accurate as my Glocks. Got a little background. I have a couple notes here about where it was made. I can't remember all that stuff. I'm too old. The original pistol was made in Soviet Union. It was a service pistol, made 1951 to present. And the wars it was used in was it was used in the Soviet war in Afghanistan and Vietnam. Designer, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, is Nikolai Makarov. Made in a Russian plant. I can't even say that name, but it's made in Russia. They made these in course, Russia's the original one. Germany, like the one I got, they made them in Bulgaria and Makarov, China, I guess that is, Makarov, China. Weight's about 26 ounces. Length is 6.34 inches. Barrel length is 3.83 inches. Width is about 1.16 inch. Of course, it's 9x18 blowback. Muzzle velocity out of this is about 1,033 feet per second. That would depend on the ammunition. I got the power balls in there, so it might be a little bit faster than that, I don't know. Effective range is about 54, 55 yards. Let's see, what else? I think that's about all the wars they've used in like 32 countries. And this one here is, like I said, they'll run, depending on the condition. This one here will run to 3, I've seen some 450 in pristine condition. Of course, that stuff. This one here, I'll see if I can give you a better look at it, is probably on a 1 to 10 scale. This is probably an 8. It has all the bluing on it. The only wear on the bluing is, if you can see that, is holster wear right on the tip on each side. There's on each side of the barrel a little bit. But other than that, it's got a few little dings and scratches. I don't know where you can see them in there, but nothing major. You know, it's pretty good condition. And like I said, I bought 3 of these for $150. I wish I'd just went ahead and kept the other 2, but a couple of my buddies decided they wanted them, so I sold them, which they still have them. They ain't gonna get rid of them. But it's a good little carry gun. I mean, it's not as strong as 9mm, but I think with Powerball ammunition or maybe Hornady Critical Defense, there's several manufacturers that make ammo for this now. Corbon makes it. It's pretty popular. They brought quite a few of these in when they imported them over here, enough so that they started making ammunition for them. So it's pretty good. Pretty good little gun. I'll show you how to tear it down real quick. Basically, it's real simple to tear down. Always cock the hammer back. Of course, you want to make sure it's unloaded. And the Walther PPK tears down exactly the same way. This, get it in frame. This pulls down the guard. This one I can just take and stick it over to the side like that, and it'll stay there. If you can see that, up and down. And then to get it apart, you get that stuck or hold it over with your finger like that to make sure you don't flip back. And then you just pull it straight out and lift up on it, just like that. That's all there is to it. There's a slide, and the PPK takes down the same way. And the spring, kind of tight on there. You got the spring, and that's basically it. Mag, you can see the barrel is fixed. It don't move like a Glock. You know, it's pinned. It's pinned. You can't change these barrels. Some people convert them to 380s, but I don't know why. I wouldn't. But it's pinned, and this actually is more accurate than a floating barrel. And it's just straight blowback design. And basically, to put it back together, you just these springs do fit tight on here. Sometimes it can be a little pain getting these back together, get the spring in there, and you got to get it. You got to get it just right, and then it goes right back on. And then you just flip the thing up, and you're ready to go. You know, check it. Single action, double action. Make sure the decocker works. And it's a good little gun to carry. I've carried it on occasion. But I carry Glock 27 most of the time. But anyway, the mag release ain't real good. You know, it's way under here. You get used to it, I guess. But it's a good little gun. And the price on these, I got a list somewhere here. These may vary a little bit. Of course, that one I said says here $250 to $350, but One in that condition that I got right now would probably go $350 to $400. If you get one in the absolute pristine condition, it could be quite a bit more than that. Probably best bang for your buck would be the Bulgarian military. They could go as low as $125. You get them considerably less, $200, $250. The Chinese was about the same thing. And I hadn't seen any Russian military models, but this is actually supposed to be better than the Russian military, better made. Germany makes some pretty good guns, at least the way this one is. And my two friends that's got the other ones, they shoot them well. You just wouldn't believe how good this thing shoots. I mean, it is dead accurate. You know, at 20 yards, it'll stick them right in there. And it's got a blade sight. Ain't too bad of a sight. Let me get this here. Not as good as on the Glock, but it's you know, it's pretty good. You can see the and like I said, it's probably not the most accurate round, but you know, that's a black Talon. I got a few of those left. I use Powerball. That'll expand real well, or I like Hornady Critical Defense too. With either one of them rounds, that's Hornady Critical Defense right there. With either one of those rounds, you're going to get pretty good expansion. It's more or less forced expansion, but if you see one of these, it'd be a good buy. Like I said, the trigger and everything on these is, the trigger on this one, on the double action, is I mean, it is nice. It's real nice. Which some of the other ones, the Bulgarian stuff, is going to be a little bit stiffer. But this one here is no problem at all. Of course, and then of course you got single action. It's got a real light single. It's got, I don't know. It feels, it's probably 3.5 to 4 pounds maybe. I don't know. It's awful nice. I mean, it pulls real nice. And of course that helps in accuracy too. But if you get the Bulgarian, this is the one to get if you want to get it, if you can find one. And it's worth the money. They're a nice little gun. They shoot well. They shoot everything. I've shot a lot of ammo through this, and so have my buddies, and none of us has ever had an issue with the gun at all. And that's shot a lot of cheap ammunition too. It'll shoot the Russian stuff. It'll shoot it all. You can shoot all day the Russian stuff, and it'll eat it right up, which would be good for practice, because you could shoot it cheap. But I'd highly recommend this one. This is a great little gun. If I seen one somewhere, I'd probably buy another one. If I seen one, I look every time I go to the show, but the East Germans getting a little bit harder to find. You can find the Bulgarian ones. Now they make some newer models. My buddy in Florida's got one of them. It looks identical to this one, but it was like almost new. I don't want. It was one of the newer ones, but the trigger on it was. I mean, it must have had a 10 or 12 pound trigger. It was stiff on the double action part. I am pointing this in a safe direction. My wife's sitting over there. That's safe enough. No. Anyway, I would highly recommend that gun. If you want one of these, look for an East German one. And like this one here, the condition is, like I said, it's a 7 to 8, 10. You know, the only blue end is on the tip, and it's got some, little bitty scratches. No major damage to it anywhere. So I would say it's probably about an 8, maybe. But you're going to pay depending on the condition of it. I would say one in a absolute new condition. If you found one, I would say it might be $500 or maybe even $600. It would just depend. But you can get the Bulgarian models. They probably all shoot well. Like I said, the trigger and everything's better on this one, on the East German. So that's the one you want to look for if you want, you know, quality made. And it's a real good little gun. I recommend it. A good concealed carry gun. It's not real heavy. What I say is 19 ounces, I think. But conceals well. It's not real thick. You know, pack in real good. So that's about all I got to say about that. I guess I'll see you later.